Hello, welcome to 15 Minutes of Consulting Best Practices. My name is Maria Isabel Rios, and I'm joined by David A. Fields. Welcome back, David.
Hi, Isabel. It's nice to see you. We haven't had a chance to do this in a couple of weeks.
I know we missed you. All right, this is a space for folks to submit their questions about their consulting firms, how to grow it, how to improve your life as a leader in a consulting firm, how to improve your client's life. And we answer practical, tactical answers. All of you folks who are watching us live get to contribute as well. And for those of you who watch the replay, don't be shy. Put your comments in as well. We welcome everyone's input and insights as they navigate this journey. It takes us a minute to see your comments, your questions. So please post when you have them so that we can tackle them right away. And David, today I'm going to put you in the hot seat.
Okay.
With that first question. So Deidre, can you please?
Let's see what happens.
Okay, Jim asks, we have a blog and you've talked about books in your chart of value versus time for marketing vehicles. Yeah. Should we rethink the way we do our blog to allow more time to put emphasis on an ebook or downloadable?
Oh,
what do you think, David?
Okay. And hi, John. Hi, John. Thank you for joining us. Thanks. Hi to everybody else. Say hi in the comments so we can say hi back to you. Okay. They do a blog. Jim does a blog. Should they reallocate their time? I mean, that's a hard question without knowing the blog, but here's my answer to what I saw, which was, should you reallocate to put time against an ebook or downloadable, which sounds like a lead magnet. And no. So there's my answer. No.
Walk us through your thinking. Okay, no, because, and hello, Joe. Daniel, hello, Chris.
Someone's network is yours or mine. I'm not sure. Hi, Daniel. Hi, hey, Chris. Okay, so here's my thinking. A book, if you need to carve out time to do a book, that is worth doing, recognizing it's a 2-year ordeal from the time you say go, if you're diligent about it, to the time it hits shelves. And it's a 5-year ordeal, potentially, to like really make big money from it. So it's long term. But books have, can create enormous impact for a consulting firm. Ebooks, which, not just an electronic version of a real book, but like it's one of these short books that a lot of people are doing with ChatGPT. Nah, not super well received. I haven't seen those create a whole lot of business. And I don't know whether you have with any of the clients you lead, Maria Isabel. So, and like a downloadable, basically, I don't think you need lead magnets. That's not going to help. And so I would keep doing your blogs, assuming they're good thought leadership. And if you're able to get some distribution, do that. And instead carve out time to do collaborations with folks who can put you in front of their tribes. That's my expanded answer to no.
And what I'm hearing you say, and what I kind of know in the background, right, you're thinking, is part of the effort is creating engagement, right, which is really what drives business. So you're saying, okay, just package it into an ebook, all of that. Don't put extra time onto it. But if there's a way that through the articles they have going, through the blog postings, they can create more engagement, that's worth putting energy into.
Anything that creates more engagement and that sets you up as a thought leader is good. I just haven't seen that sort of format of short ebooks, or call it booklets. Mm-hmm. Booklets haven't seemed to have been as powerful as either an article, quick hit, someone reads it, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they get a takeaway, they go on their way, or a book where you have chance to expand. Booklet is like that fuzzy middle ground, which just is, it's neither a quick hit nor is there a lot of depth. That said, a book should never be any longer than it needs to be to communicate value. You don't want to create any filler in there. So if your book is 30 pages because that's what you need, then so be it.
Right, exactly. And when we're also thinking about books, we're thinking, okay, do you potentially have a publisher and all of those things that go with a book versus an ebook sometimes. So think about it. Jim, hopefully this is helpful. All right.
And if any of you have other questions, or you want to put in your feedback about books or anything like that, throw them in the comments. They'll be helpful to see. And now, since you put me on the hot seat, I'm going to return the favor, because I don't see anything coming in from the group yet. Deidre, what's in our magic bag of questions? A person in my network in A2, okay, so someone you have a great relationship with, but is an influencer, an introducer, not a decision maker. Okay, a passionate blog follower wants to schedule a 15 to 30-minute call with me to ask advice regarding a recent blog post. Okay, that's nice. Look, see, you should keep doing your blog post, Jim. She also asked about my fee for this type of call. Ooh, interesting. If she knows she can't get the company to pay to work with me, should I ask her to pay for the 30-minute session? And that's Carol. I bet Carol's listening too. So Carol, if you're listening, you can say hi, and because I think this was a question that you posed before. What do you think, Marie Isabel?
All right, thank you, Carol. All right, you're not in the business of 30-minute calls, right? And as a consultant, you're really in the business of adding value and creating value for your clients. So my suggestion is do a free call. Spend time with her. Spend those 30 minutes, knowing maybe she'll come back at some point, right? And if it's a one time, you can afford to do that. Find a time that's convenient for you. So don't try to force it into a tomorrow conversation if you don't have availability tomorrow. But do it for free and see where that goes, right? At a minimum, it strengthens your relationship. And as you've classified this person as an influencer, it strengthens their ability to influence on your behalf, to introduce you to other folks, to put you in front of potential clients. So that's the suggestion. If instead they're saying, okay, but we want 30 minutes once every 2 weeks or 30 minutes once a month, then think about turning into an advisory engagement. And sometimes people are open to doing advisory engagements on an individual basis, or when framed as an advisory engagement, perhaps it's something her company will have an appetite for. And that's a foot in the door. What do you think, David? Where are you at?
No, I mean, I agree with you. I think you said it well. I mean, we're not Uber drivers. I think most people that are watching live and are watching the replay are not in the selling time for dollars, or you don't want to be, and you certainly don't want to you don't want to position yourself that way by selling a 15-minute or 30-minute conversation. So yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with everything you said. And don't let it, if it's a favor, you want to be responsive, but not let it pull you out of other things that you have to do.
Right. Prioritize it.
Yeah. What you said.
All right. So then you get the next question. Deidre, can we see what we have queued up? Okay. This question is from Andy. I submitted a proposal a couple of months ago. Not long after I submitted, they sent me a note saying it's currently under review. We'll circle back in a week or two. Don't you love those? Hi, John. But I haven't heard from them. What's the best way to follow up?
Oi.
Oh, and you're back.
Oh, did I disappear?
Yeah, your video, but it's okay. You're back.
Okay. Well, don't get into this position in the first place. So let's back up a step. My advice is, don't get in this position. Make sure you always have that next conversation already locked in. You should never submit a proposal with just a general get back to me, or let me know if this is okay, or we'll connect next week. If you're submitting a proposal, there needs to be a date and time on the calendar. Okay. But having said that, now you're in this position, Andy. What do? I would send a one-liner. Have you made a decision? That's what I would probably send. That would be your first follow-up. And you can, I have sent, where sometimes even when you have a next call and then, someone says, okay, we need to delay it or whatever, it can, things do fall out of bed. So
Right.
we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I've sent an email with the subject line, yes, / no, question mark. Are we moving forward or are we not moving forward? Just let me know either way. A one-liner, make it really easy for someone to respond. That's my instinct on this. What's your instinct, Maria Isabel?
I completely agree with you. Look, let's assume Andy had a proposal, a review call schedule, and the client said, okay, freeze, we're going to get back to you. And he couldn't get them back on the calendar. That happens sometimes. It's unfortunate, it's stressful, and it happens, right? So part of it is keep that momentum going, even if your next touch point is 2-3 weeks from now. We've had clients where their own prospects have said, look, this belongs into 2025 budget. And maybe we'll sign November, December once the budget gets approved to start in January. Okay, the key there, it's also okay, how do you not disappear for 4 months so that things keep happening and you're out of the loop completely? So even in those scenarios where people are like, okay, let's put the brakes for whatever reason, right? Then you keep that momentum going. That's one thing. The other thing is there's an article on our article series about a ghosting sequence, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it drives through like, what's your first email? What's your second to fifth? Then your 6, your 7. And part of the key there is that they're all short with a question, exactly like the example you gave, but also don't reference previous attempts because you don't want the person to feel that they are indebted or embarrassed or even, that it's going to be a tough conversation. You want them to feel enthusiastic to have the next touch point with you. And at the same time, you want to keep that question open and in the air. So when they're ready to make a decision, you either can go forward or you're not, right? So either way, so look up that.
That article. I've forgotten about that. That's good. So so look up the article that we have, and then use my answer. Oh, and look, John, hi John. John posted a question, which since I started the last one, you get to answer this one. How important are our website and SEO for new business generation or boutique specialty consultancy? All right.
Okay. Hey, John. So here's what I would like to do, David. On a scale of 1 to 5,
okay,
where 1 is not important at all and 5 is this is critical, get it together today. Think of a number. What would your answer be? And I'll do the same.
Okay.
Right? How important are website and SEO for new business generation?
Are you gonna do like a 1, 2, 3?
You have your number?
Put up. Oh yeah, I'm a number.
That's why I figured we could use one hand.
Okay.
Okay. So ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your number? 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're aligned. So John, we're 2 out of 5, 40% important. I'll tell you about my 2 and then David can augment it. So you don't want to deter folks who are looking into what your firm is doing. And you also want to build on what you're saying and what you're putting out there in the market. And that's why relatively, is it going to drive business to you? Is SEO going to drive business to you? Probably not. But you want to have a website that's decent enough that when people come in, they're saying, oh, this resonates, right? This is a continuation of the conversations we're having, or it reaffirms a credibility and trust. David, what was your 2 out of 5? 40%
So as the other math geek, one of the multiple math geeks in our firm, I'm going to tell you that my 2 out of 5 is 25%, not 40%, because you can get me
Fair.
0 to 5.
Fair.
So what we have seen is SEO occasionally works, but it often doesn't. We've seen clients just invest a ton and get great SEO. I mean, there are some consulting firms that have amazing SEO, but they're not winning business from it. And that's the challenge. If you are selling low fee kind of offerings, then SEO can be helpful. If you're selling 6-figure, $250,000, $500,000 engagements, SEO is not the best use of your marketing efforts. That's kind of what we've seen. Now, should your website be good? Your website should be serviceable. What we typically say is websites won't win you business, but they can cost you business. So a bad website will keep business away. Good website's not going to win you business because someone still has to get in a conversation with you. And with that, we've used up all our time, maybe even like 30 seconds extra. So thank you for spending 15 minutes while Maria Isabel and I have fun. We had fun getting to be here with you. Couple quick notes. Make sure Monday Live, davidafields.com, Monday Live's in your calendar so you can come back here and play with us each week. If you don't get the articles, make sure you subscribe. There have been fun ones and they're coming more. If your firm is over $1 million, but under 50, so if you're in that million to 50 million range, there's a whole group of us that lead firms of that size that are meet together in Florida in January, and it's just extraordinary. So if that fits you, go to Boutique Consulting Forum. It's a great group, and you can apply to join. And that's it. So thank you for coming and being with us. Have a great week. Always remember, consulting is about your clients and prospects, about them, not about you. So give them value and give them kindness, and we will see you next week.
All right. Ciao. Off to refresh my math skills.
Bye.
Bye.